Hey gorgeous, this is Stacy from Stacy Make Me Over. How you doing this evening? I am going to teach you how to do a basic face. I've got to get ready because I have to be online in just a little over half an hour for a training, and then after that I have to pop off of the training onto a lesson to tutor some students. So I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of makeup, so I thought tonight would be the great time to show you how to do a basic face. So all it's going to consist of is primer, concealer, foundation, setting powder, setting spray, mascara, and blush. That is it. We're going to make this super easy and super fun. I know many of you already do not wear makeup. Some people wear makeup and others don't. So this is a look for those of you that don't wear a lot of makeup or want to start wearing makeup but don't know what to do. So I'm going to show you how to get your basic face. It's super easy. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our primer and we're going to put a little bit on our finger, and we're going to use our padded finger on our ring finger because it's the softest finger. We're going to dab under our eyes, and then we're going to lightly just dab onto our lid and underneath our eyes. So the concealer that we put on is going to adhere better. Remember that saying, it is a crime not to prime. So think about it from this perspective. When you paint your bedroom walls a color, you sometimes might buy a primer separately, or you might add a primer into your paint color. And the reason why is you want that paint color to adhere to the wall and not come off at all. So that's why we do priming. And that's the same thing we do with our face. We want our makeup to sit on our face for as long as possible. So we use primer. So now I'm going to use primer for my skin. And you always want to use an eye primer specifically for your eyes, because your skin around your eyes and on your lid is delicate, which is another reason why we use the ring finger, because the padding on your ring finger is very soft. So it'll be very gently. And you just want to stipple, which is this little dotted motion. You don't want to pull your skin and tear it. And then now I'm just going to make sure that everything else on my skin is covered. So my cheeks, my chin, under my nose, the bridge of my nose, my forehead. And I'm just going to make sure that it's coated in primer. That's it. Okay, so now that we've got primer on the skin, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our concealer. We're going to give it a good shake. Shake, 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 shake. You can shake, you can do makeup. It's not complicated. Some people make things more complicated than it really is. You just need some very simple step-by-step directions to get you from start to finish. Hey Rose, how you doing, gorgeous? So this concealer is really awesome because it's got caffeine in and it's got vitamin E, which is great for your skin, and the caffeine will wake you up. So what we're going to do is line, 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 line. That's all we're doing. We don't need any more than that unless you're going to do your whole face, but I'm going to show you how to do your whole face with what I have on my face and this little brush. I'm doing great, Rose. How are you doing? Anything new and exciting? And what you're going to do with your concealer to start first is you're going to make a V. It doesn't have to be perfect, so do not run to the junk drawer and look for the ruler. You're just going to eyeball it. And you're going to make that V so it V's just from the outside of the outer corner of your eye to the inner corner of your eye and drag down. Essentially what you're doing is you're brightening up the area underneath the eye, because that's where light would naturally hit it. And when you choose a concealer shade, you want to go a shade at least 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin. You don't want to go too light, because if you go too light, you're going to look washed out. So we're just going to bring it down into that V shape. And we're just going to cover those dark circles that I have, because I just have dark circles. I can't get rid of them. It doesn't matter what I use. They just don't want to go away. So what I'm going to do now is, because I have a little bit of concealer left on this brush, I'm going to spread it all over my face. And I'm just going to use it to kind of sort of do a layer to cover the imperfections. So do not grab your concealer and put more concealer. You should have plenty on your brush. Literally, you're just going to use it to coat your face. And that's all I'm doing tonight. Nothing major. But your first focus is to make sure you're getting your concealer under your eyes to brighten your eyes. I like to use concealer with what I have left on my brush to kind of give my skin a little even coat before I use my foundation. Oh, how are your kiddos doing? Are they having a good time? Did you guys do anything fun? Did you guys go ATV racing at all? I've never done that. So I'm just going to continue and just kind of get it all over my skin to an even coat. And then I'll just run a little bit on my eyelid. And I'm going to go right under my brow and on the lid and in the corners. And as you can see, I didn't add any more concealer to my skin. I just used what was left over on the brush. So you don't want to overdo it. Now you can conceal, aside from concealing and using this like foundation, you can also use the concealer to contour. But I'm not contouring tonight. This is just a basic face. Okay, so now that we have concealer on the face, obviously it's not super awesome, super great, because we're going to do spray and blend. So get out your brush. I love this Kabuki brush, and the reason why it's flat, and so it'll be a nice flat to make circles and blend all over my skin. Oh, I forgot it's hunting season. Yeah, that might not be a good idea. Oh, that's a bummer. But you guys have been enjoying the outside weather. I know I have. So shake, hear that? It's like a paint can. Shake, hold your brush, just back up just a little bit so you don't get it in your face and in your eyes. Give it a couple sprays, so hold it about that far back. Aim for the brush. Oops. I'm getting all excited. Dot, 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 dot. We'll probably do a couple coats just to kind of really make sure my skin tone is nice and even. Now, if you can make a circle, you can put on makeup. Most people find that the challenging part for wearing makeup is, what color should I wear? What skin color? You know, this is my skin color, but I don't know what foundation. And that's kind of tricky, because sometimes when you go buy foundations, you're looking at them in a jar and you're like, is it too dark? Is it too light? Is it just right? So sometimes it can be really hard to tell what foundation color you should use for your skin. So there's a couple ways that you can determine, okay? So first thing you have to ask yourself, do I have more pink tones in my skin, or do I have more yellow tones? Okay, pink tones are going to be, think of like an Irishman or an Irish woman or an Irish girl with red hair. Usually people with red hair and pale skin usually are more on the cooler side, so they have more pinks in their skin. You'll see it if you have rosacea in your skin. If it seems to be a little bit more pinker looking than it does yellow looking or natural looking, then that's when you're going to know that you have pink tones in your skin. Oh, fun. Did you guys make anything cool? Now, to tell if you are a warm shade, that's going to be if you have yellow tones in your skin. So if you hold yellow up to your skin and you just kind of look, oh, I look really yellow, you're gonna also have yellow in your skin, so you want to look for a warmer foundation. If you are a neutral, you're gonna know that pink is gonna be too pink on your skin and yellow foundation is gonna be too yellow. So you want to look for something that's more in the browner phase. So you want to look for something neutral. So if you're a neutral girl, for instance, you're going to be either a warm neutral or a cool neutral depending on your skin tone. So if you have a little bit of pink in your face, you're going to be a warmer neutral. If you have a little bit more of, if you have pink in your face, you're going to be cooler. And if you have yellow, you're going to be a warmer tone. Oh, sounds like you guys had a great dinner. Okay. Now, there's another trick to figuring out how you can tell what your makeup looks. Now, this would have to involve buying a couple foundation shades. So when I worked at Dillard's as a beauty associate, we used to color match individuals. So what we would do is look at the foundation shades and then look at the person's skin, and then we would shake it up, and then we would put a little bit on a napkin or a tissue, and then we would take a Q-tip and we would stripe your skin, and the foundation that blended in your skin is the color that we would choose for your skin. Now remember, we're going into the winter season. I mean, we're still in fall, and if you were like me, where it was like 80 degrees and sunny and warm and beautiful today, you're gonna be like tempted to use a darker shade. But remember, we're gonna get paler in wintertime, so you probably wanna find a lighter shade. Another way to tell what kind of foundation color you should be using is kind of check out your neck. Your neck is a great indicator as to determine what foundation shade you look, because the last thing you want to do is do foundation that's too dark and then your skin on your neck is too light and then you look like two different people, because it looks really, really awful. Now, when you're putting on foundation, you'll notice that I'm blending it below the jawline and into the hairline. And the reason why is when I'm turned sideways, I don't want people to see a line of foundation to where they can see my foundation in my skin. So what I do is I use the brush to bring it down my neck just a little bit, and especially under my jaw. And that will kind of blend it in, so I won't have that hard line. So the spray foundation is easy. Just shake, spray, and blend, and the Kabuki brush works awesome. This is probably one of my favorite foundations, is the spray foundation, as well as the pressed powder foundation. But I'm not using this one today. Maybe tomorrow I'll use that one. So next thing on our agenda that we're going to do is, now that we've got foundation for our basic face, we are going to set our makeup. So this is a little trick that I'm going to teach you. So setting powder, open it up, just dump a little bit on the lid. Looks kind of like this, okay? Take a sponge, take setting spray, not water, setting spray, because you want to set your makeup. Spray the sponge with setting spray, dip it in the setting powder, and then you are literally just going to pat your powder onto your skin. Now, my girl Rose is sharing with me that she is a lady with white skin, so she's pale, so she's a lot lighter than my skin tone, and she doesn't know what color she should use. And sometimes she wants to go a little darker because she's not sure what color she should wear because her skin is so light. Now, that being mine, there's a couple ways that you can get around it. First of all is you want to find the shade that's closest to your skin, because we're going into winter. Remember, our skin's getting lighter. The second thing that you can do to add just a little bit of color to your skin is you could actually contour your skin with a powder. So if you got like a contouring powder, you can contour your skin, and I'm not going to do it tonight because I don't have time, but you can contour on your cheeks, so right about here, right through here, and then through here. So essentially you're going to go here and here. So you're basically making threes. So you can use a brush and powder to contour your skin without using another makeup product like a foundation or a concealer. And what that's going to do is going to create depth and dimension in your skin, and that'll make you look more, won't make you look as flat. Not fat. It's nothing you're doing, it's just that you don't have a lot of pigmentation in your skin like I do, Rose. So it's nothing that you have done on purpose. It's just that because you don't have a lot of pigmentation, your skin is not going to be as dark as my skin. And that's just a hereditary gene. So when it comes to using makeup in the wintertime, definitely use a powder and a setting powder and a foundation. But also contouring is an easy solution to give you just a little bit of color without making you look completely different than who you are. Okay, so now that I've kind of powdered up my face, set my makeup, what I'm going to do now is I am going to take my big fluffy brush, looks like this, and I'm just going to dust any extra powder off my skin. Nothing major. Did that answer your question, Rose? I want to make sure I answered your question. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do eyes. This is a basic look, so I'm not doing any eyeshadow tonight, and I'm not doing any crazy looks, and I'm not doing any liner today. I am teaching today, yes. I've got to get on for a training at 8, and then at 8:30 I'm teaching, so I have to look like a human being, which is why I'm on so late doing makeup. And I'm creating a basic face today, so that way for individuals like yourself or somebody else that doesn't wear makeup or wants to start wearing makeup but doesn't really know what to wear, I'm just giving you a basic lesson on a basic face to where you don't have to wear anything else. So this is the look to where you don't need to wear, I'm not going to do any eyeliner tonight. I'm not going to do any crazy eye looks. This is just the basic face. So that way if you want to even out your skin tone and take all the dark circles away and any imperfections in your skin and give yourself an even skin tone and just look like yourself without having a pile of makeup on and a lot of color, this is the look that we're doing today. So now I'm going to take Twisted Mascara, so I'm not even doing any eyeshadow. So this is the basic look. This is a basic face. Super easy, super simple. And all I'm going to do is coat my lashes with the Twisted Mascara. And the Twisted Mascara only comes in black. It does not come in any other color as of yet. It's possible we may be launching this in another color such as brown. But as of right now, Twisted Mascara is only available in black. Just FYI. Now, if you've been catching my post on the Stacy Make Me Over page and then also my page, we did launch this week a new 4D mascara that's in purple. So if you're wanting purple, let me know because it looks absolutely beautiful. Well, you could just wear mascara and eyeliner. How much time do you normally spend on makeup in the morning, Rose, when you have to get out the door? Is it 10 minutes? Is it 5 minutes? Is it like a half an hour? Let me get my hair out of the way. This is why I don't wear my hair down when I'm doing makeup. It gets in my face, which is why it's all pinned back. And then it kind of like drives me crazy. So now I'm going to take the other end of the mascara wand. And this one is going to be smaller and there's going to be a lot of mascara on there. So make sure you just wipe off that extra from the tube or you'll end up looking like Tammy Faye Baker. Now if you want to look like Tammy Faye Baker, go right ahead. But I really don't. So what I love about this mascara one, because it's small, I can get to the inner and outer corners of my lashes really easily. Oops. And then it's really, really good for lower lashes. And I'll do lower lashes tonight since I have no other makeup on, just so you can see what it looks like. Again, no liner tonight, no eyeshadow tonight, just a basic face, just to show everyone what you can do to get your basic face. I love this little wand to get in those bottom lashes. It makes it so much easier. You have no idea. It takes you 20 to 40 minutes with just foundation and mascara. Girl, we gotta get you to speed up just like a little faster. Oh, if your girls wear makeup, do they? That's awesome. How old are your girls? I forgot. You have to tell me how old your girls are. So now, because I have a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes, I'm just going to run my little lash separator. It's going to take off any extra. There we go. And I have a little area right here that's a little extra darker. Fingers work just as good too. So mascara, that's it. I've got one more thing I'm going to do before I do lipstick, but I'm not going to do lipstick until I finish my hair. So the last thing I'm going to do is blush. So now I'm just going to make my cheeks glow. And you can use any color blush. You can use like a peach blush. You can use like a light tan blush. You can use a pink blush. You just want a little pop of color. Well, we've got to get her, you know what? We've got to get her her own makeup, but something that she can play with. Will you allow your little one to wear makeup, your 3-year-old? And if so, what would you allow her to wear? Does your 7-year-old wear makeup or just the 3-year-old? Okay. So now all I'm going to do is spray and then I'm done, really. So give me a minute to put everything away. So shake. Makeup is set. And then I will wash my hands, fix my hair, change, and do a little lipstick, and then I'm going to be done. So this is a basic face. So let me just recap what I did for my basic face just so you understand. We should get, you know what a foundation would, if you allow them to use foundation, a really good one would be the stick foundation, because it's really easy to use. I'll show you the stick real quick because I have one here. Looks like this. So here's the container, and then it looks like this, so you can just turn it up just a little bit. You can put it on war paint, so you can just put some marks all over your face and then just blend it in with a foundation brush, and I like the Kabuki brush with it, and then you've got foundation, and it's really easy to use, and you don't have to worry about getting all over the place, because you don't even need to wind it up at all. Like, this is barely even wound up, so if I needed to get some out, I could. So that would be a great option if you wanted them to have it. That's really up to you because you're the parent. You have to decide. So let me just do a quick recap on what I did today so that way you kind of are familiar with the steps. So the first thing is, once you have clean, dry, moisturized skin, you're going to use an eye primer under your eye and on top of your eye with your ring finger because it's the softest skin, and you're going to just stipple your way all the way around and make sure it's blended in well. Then you're going to use a regular primer on the rest of your skin because you want to hold in your foundation and concealer for the day. Once that was done, I went ahead and just used a little bit of my concealer, started making a V from the inner corner to the outer corner of my eye. Once both eyes were done, any extra on my brush, I just spread it all over my face to cover any imperfections that I had. Then on top of that, I just used my spray foundation, so I just shook it up really good. I sprayed it, and then I blended it all over my skin. I did a couple coats just to make sure that it was covering everything on my skin. I went up to the hairline and then down below the jawline, so I won't end up with a hard line on my skin. Once my foundation was done, I used setting powder and a setting spray and a sponge. So what I did was I just sprayed this sponge with setting powder. Don't use water because you're just going to mix your makeup and make a mess. You want setting spray so your makeup will set and stay on your face. Pat it in, give it a few minutes to settle, and then once it does, take a big fluffy brush, something like this, and then dust the excess powder off. Once that excess powder is off, you're done. Then all I used was Twisted mascara, so there's no eyeshadow on my eyes today, no liner. I just did Twisted mascara on the upper and lower lashes, and then just a little pale pink blush on my skin, and then I sprayed and sat my makeup. So the only thing left I'll do is put a pop of color on my lips a little bit later and show you a picture of what my hair looks like finished. As well as changing my shirt and getting my lipstick on. So if you have any questions about how to color match your skin, if you would like me to color match your skin, I'd be more than happy to tell you if you are a warm, cool, or a neutral gal. And I can also answer any questions for you on the spray foundation or the pressed powder foundation or the stick foundation or the liquid foundation or the mineral pressed powder foundation. And I can order all of that for you, as well as the concealer, and also color match you in the concealer. So if you want to be color matched for the concealer as well as any one of our foundations, let me know, because I can color match you free of charge, and then also order for you any foundation of your choice, as well as the primers and the concealer, so that way you can get that for your skin. So if you have any questions about any of that, you want color matching, you want to order some product, if you want to know more details about that 4D mascara in purple that I mentioned, let me know. You'll have to message me and say, hey Stacy, I want that purple shimmer 4D mascara that you were talking about. Let me know, or ask me for the shopping link and I'll be more than happy to give you the shopping link so you can grab it for yourself. And even a better deal, last thing real quick before I love you and leave you gorgeous, is the beauty box. It comes with 15 different products. It's valued over $440 and it is only $99, which is super awesome. And once you get that, you can continue to order all the makeup and skincare products for yourself, and you're going to save money in the process too. So that's a really great option for yourself that you might think about. And if there's something in the beauty box that you get that you don't like or you don't want to use, before you use it, thinking about giving it away to somebody as a stocking stuffer for the holiday season. So I've got lots of great options in makeup this week for holiday gifts. So if you need something, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you. But I'm going to love you and leave you gorgeous. Thanks for joining me on A Basic Face tonight. This is Stacy from Stacy